Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Now today's shave is going to be mainly a review of a brush. I was going to use my Wolf Whiskers bulb today, but this brush has been sent to me and I can't wait to use it. Well, sent, purchase, sent, same thing. Now I'm going to use a soap that I trust, Wickham 1912 Club Cola, which is pretty much my favourite scented soap and one of the best performing soaps. Oh, fizzy cola bottles all day, and I'll be finishing off with 1912 Balm, and that'll be it, nothing else. I don't mess about with this stuff, it's excellent, excellent stuff. Now the brush has been soaking, as you can see. There we go. So I'm just going to give it a squeeze now. This is one dense knot. 28mm fan, 3-band blown badger, as you can see there. Morrison Forndran, picked up from Greg Shavy, and I'm really looking forward to it. Look at the... I noticed when it came out of the box, out of the tube, it was just nearly every tip on it's hooked. And as you can see, as you push it to the side, they all... I mean, this is one really dense knot. So, straight in, let's just see what happens. I've soaked it for about 5 minutes. Haven't used a natural hair brush for quite a while now. I've got no idea how much water this brush holds. I've never used one for a long time, especially badger of this quality. I'm going to give it a good load today. Load it like you hate it, as the stallion says. More so because it's a badger. I don't want it to fail. I want it to try and live up to how good these brushes should be. I don't know whether you can see the amount of stuff coming out here. It seems to be whipping up a great load. I'm loading the brush up very, very nicely. Really looking forward to this. Haven't used a knot of this quality before. Lee Sabini knot, Lee Sabini handle. Sabini. Right, hopefully that's absolutely way more than enough. Now, I soaked the brush in warm water. I'm doing a cold water shave, so let's just see how we go. Look at the size of that. Face feel is actually really, really nice. Super soft, lots of scrub, no scratch or scratch, thankfully. That was my worry. Right, let's just do the tips. And again. And it seems to be whipping up a pretty nice lather. That to me is lovely, but it's not as nice as the lathers I get from my synthetics, which is kind of what I expected. But you can feel the difference in the quality of the knot as opposed to other brushes that I've used. I think I've actually overloaded the brush too much. Right, the brush is caked. The test will be, will it still be caked when I get to the second part of my lather, the second face lather. Right, the gem again, and as you can see, 9 dots there, there's 9 dots on the other side, so this is shave number 19 on the same blade. And it might just be the last one. I mean, that's still smooth, but it's getting to the point now where it's going to turn the corner soon. You can't really argue with 19 shaves out of a blade, can you? Lovely. Right. Oh, I love the slickness on Wickham. I've got really hard water, but the slickness I get from it is exceptional. It really is. Okay, the moment of truth. Can this brush sustain 3 passes from one lather, from one load? It feels great on the face. So far, I can't really grumble. That's pretty damn good for a natural hair brush for me. What I'm going to do, as you can see, it's releasing the lather. It just seems to be releasing it more to the base of the knot rather than out of the tips, but I find that with natural hair brushes they sort of hog it a little bit to the bottom. That it's a pretty good lather. In fact, it's better than pretty good. Right, cross the grain. Once again, the weather's been shit over here. We did, however, manage to get a bit of jet washing done today. Or high pressure cleaning, or whatever you call it in your neck of the woods. very smooth. Yeah, I'm almost sort of thinking, well, should I keep it for one more? Right, now the big moment of truth. Can I get a third lather out of this natural hair brush? There's my first hair gone. But this is so dense you could lose thousands of hairs out of this and it would still be thicker than most natural hair brushes I've used at least. It does feel beautiful on the face. Is it better than a synthetic? No. Is it better than every other brush I've used? Natural hairs? Definitely. It does make, obviously does make a difference how your knot's made, what hair's used and who makes it and how it's actually composed and made up. Because this feels like, it does feel like luxury on your face, but you pay for it. That's the problem. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to dip the tips. Oh, that was a big dip. Just see what happens. Because with a synthetic, wicking would normally explode again. And that's not too bad again, it's pretty good. Right, across the grain, other direction. Now the other thing is as well, I don't know how many times this brush has been used. So it looks pretty well broken in, which is great. This razor, this blade still feels great by the way, it really does. Let me know in the comments. Give it another one. Well, 19's enough. What do you reckon? I prefer to stop on odd numbers, so if I do number 20, I'll have to try and get 21. But 19 from a single shave, single blade, sorry, for me is extremely impressive. Okay, it feels great, it really does. No nicks, no cuts, no weepers, no creepers, no irritation, nothing. From a 19th shave on a single edge blade, it's just phenomenal. And didn't feel anywhere near as smooth on that first pass, but the last two passes felt great. So I'm in two minds whether just to carry on with it and just see how it goes and just use it to the death. I think I might do that, but put your comments down below if you've had enough. 19 shaves is a lot from one blade. If you've had enough, I'll move on back onto my DEs, which I'm looking forward to using. But yeah, just let me know. Be interesting to hear a bit of feedback on it, what you think. Now I'm just going to just give the razor a quick rinse. Well, not a quick rinse, I'm going to give that a clean out. And then put my balm on, let that dry in, and then I'm going to just talk a little bit about the brush. Because obviously that's the, say it's the, as Stephen says, the star of the shave. But technically the soap's the star of the shave for me no matter what brush it's on. I just wanted to use a soap which I trust, I know it's going to give me a good shave. And if I can't get the brush to work with it, then I know the brush isn't that good, but the brush has surprised me. Now my routine with natural hair is the exact same as with synthetics. Get everything out. I can see there that it's very uniform. There's no clumping together, which tells me that I've got all the water out, all the soap out, or as much of it as I could. It's such a dense knot that I think it would be very difficult for soap to actually pass beyond this anyway, because this is super dense. You can't even squeeze it together, it's so thick. It feels like a glue knot, but it's not, it's the actual fibres. Just whip out the, given the cost of this, whip out the microfiber for this one. Now there is a bit of scratching on the base, which you probably won't see. It's nothing major at all, but when a brush sits like that, it gets scratched. Doesn't matter how good your brush is, it's going to get scratched up. Right, and then all I do, just get a nice dry bit on a towel. And I do this with natural hairs, synthetics, doesn't matter, it just takes a little bit of moisture out of the brush. As you can see, the bloom on it is just incredible. I don't know whether you'll actually see the tips. I don't think you will. But it's just full of hooked gel tips, it really is, full of them, absolutely chock is full. The knot looks very uniform when you actually hold it up straight. It now smells like Club Cola, which you just can't go wrong with. And same with this, I don't dry my brushes this way, I dry them this way. I just leave it by an open window for a day or so, 24 hours, and just let it dry. It more so with these because you need to leave them a little bit longer. But moisture evaporates, doesn't matter whether it's that way or that way. In fact, if it's that way, I would find moisture, find it harder to get out, if I'm honest. It would just sit there and evaporate back into the brush. So that's why I don't use stands at all for drying my brushes. Yeah, it's definitely heaps of hooked and gel tip, beautiful. It's just a beautiful little brush, it really is. Excellent. Right, 1912 Club Cola balm, I can't wait to use this. Oh Jesus, that's a big squirt. Can't go wrong with this stuff though. The more the merrier. Jesus, that's loads. That's far too much. You only need one pump. So my face is covered in this just now, so let's just see how it absorbs. The balm doesn't taste as nice as the soap, I've got to say. The soap was Wickham 1912 as well. Club Cola was the scent. Superb. I've had that. It's probably my oldest, I think it's actually the oldest tub of artisan soap in my den. The first one that I bought, one of the first tubs that I bought. It's just incredible. And this little bad boy, gem, 19 shaves on this blade now. And I'm sort of in two minds whether to carry on with it, I really don't know. And the brush really surprised me today, I must say. I was really surprised with it. It obviously does pay to pay. So, beautiful little brush. I'm still not a major fan of the chubby sort of style handles. This is a chubby handle. I find them a little bit messy if you get a lot of soap in it, but I overloaded this way too much today. I think I would have got away with less soap. But I managed to get through 3 passes from one load on a natural hair brush for me, which is quite impressive. It never hit the ladder. I thought it was going to really eat into it. But it's still, in my personal opinion, not as good as a synthetic. And you're looking at a sort of $300 brush. So when you can get synthetics out there for a lot cheaper than that and do a better job in this, in my opinion, it's not worth it. But if you want it for the style factor and having it in, this will be the only one I'll have in the den. This will probably stay in my den forever, most likely. It'll just be my showcase piece, and I'm going to use it for a bit. I'll probably use it for the next week or two and just see if I can get used to using a natural hair brush again and give it a bit of a run, just see how it goes. Oh, it smells beautiful now. One thing I do love about natural hair is it absorbs the scent of your soaps. Well, it does for me anyway. This just stinks of club coal and it's great. And then it'll smell a little bit of the next thing I use and the next thing I use. So other than that, that's me done and dusted. And this, that's dried in completely. Oh, and it's like, I can't describe the feeling with this balm. It's like velvet smooth. That's it. Yeah, I'm going to carry on with that razor because that shave is irritation free and as smooth as you like. Super smooth. 19 shaves, 20 shaves with my next one, and 21. I can't stop at 20, I'll need to try for 21 at least. And just see how far this blade carries on. Got a head shave coming up soon. Might do it today, might do it tomorrow, I don't know. I'll probably use this again just to see how it goes with the head shave because I use a lot more soap on my head. So I'll probably bowl lather with it and just see how we go. But other than that, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.